All wizards in D&D have spent countless hours studying a certain aspect of magic itself, something called the weave, an energy that kind of flows throughout the world, usually going on a specific school of magic, such as necromancy, bringing people back from the dead, or taking away people's life force, or evocation, bringing forth powerful effects, or transmutation, changing one thing to another thing. The list goes on, well, for a little bit longer. I don't want to go too much into it. But there is a certain group of people, or there can be, that don't focus entirely on one thing. They focus on the weave itself and how to use it to better power their own spells. Hello, welcome back, or welcome to DIS. I am this idiot, and you are hearing me speak again, or for the first time. Regardless, welcome. Today we are going through a homebrew subclass. This one is for the wizards, called the School of Arcanology. The school where they do spend their time studying the weave itself in its entirety rather than an aspect of the weave. I would think that these characters, either non-player characters or player characters, would have to be probably either elves or any other long-lived race, because it would take longer, much more time to actually absorb the information of the weave itself. But that's just my idea. But anywho, we should, let's get into the subclass itself and then reviewing it. So let's do that. The School of Arcanology. Every wizard knows that the origin of magic comes from the weave, the body of Mistra, the fabric of energy which all casters draw from. Normally wizards stratify, studying different components or aspects of the weave, but not the Arcanist. The Arcanist studies the weave in its entirety, in its pure, unadulterated form, and through that knowledge discovers secrets beyond realm of wizardry. Arcanist Wizard. As an Arcanist Wizard, you are devoted to the study of magic. You delve deep into the weave to understand the foundation of magic itself. As you research, your studies will pierce the veil of the weave, allowing you to unlock knowledge of the arcane from every branch of magic. Arcane Savant. At second level, the process to add a wizard spell to your spellbook requires 45 gold pieces and takes 1.5 hours per level of the spell. Mystic Artistry. When you choose a school at second level, you gain expertise on the Intelligence Arcana skill checks. As a reaction, when you cast a spell or magical effect that targets you, you may replace the modifier for the attack roll or saving throw with your Arcana modifier, and your AC is equal to 8 plus Arcana modifier against these effects until your next turn. You may use this feature after the spell is cast, but before the outcome is determined. This feature can be used the amount of times equal to your proficiency bonus per long rest. Arcane Mimicry. Starting at 6th level, you have become proficient in deducing the intrinsic nuances of magic in the arcane, giving you the ability to reproduce spells merely by observing the casting ritual. When you see a spell being cast at a level you have spell slots for, as a reaction, you can choose to make an Arcana skill check with a DC of 13 plus the level of the spell being cast. On a success, you can memorize the spell. You can use this memorized spell as if it were a wizard spell, using your spell slot, spell save DC, a spell attack bonus, and spell casting ability modifier. If a memorized spell is on the wizard's spell list and of first level or higher, you can attempt to decipher it. spending the appropriate amount of gold and time for the base level of the spell, you can add it to your spellbook. The spell must be memorized throughout this entire process, and if it is lost, you may not add it to your spellbook and lose the gold spent researching it. You may only memorize one spell at a time. Attempting to memorize another erases the first. After you cast a memorized spell once, it is lost to the recesses of your mind, and you may not cast or memorize another spell using this feature until you complete a long rest. Interesting. Whispers of the Weave. At 10th level, you have a revelation into the nature of weave, which leads to magical discoveries of untold proportions. In addition to picking 2 wizard spells, you may choose 2 spells from any class and add them to your spellbook. A spell you choose must be of a level you can cast, as shown on this wizard's table, or a cantrip. The chosen spells count as wizard spells for you and are always prepared. And finally, Archmage. By 14th level, your long and arduous studies have granted you mastery over the weave, allowing you to cast a magic at an even greater proficiency. When you cast a spell, you can choose to amplify it with the following benefits. You may add your proficiency bonus to your roll when making a concentration saving throw. The first damage or healing roll is increased by your proficiency bonus. If a spell forces a saving throw, you may impose disadvantage on the first roll for one target within range. And creatures created by this spell gain temporary hit points equal to your proficiency bonus. You may only amplify a spell in this way 3 times per long rest. You can apply different benefits to the same spell, but each benefit expends a use of this feature. And it is by... It is by a Redditor u/r*03509. But on to the review itself. So, story-wise, it is really interesting. It's a cool concept of a wizard who, instead of studying different components or aspects, they study the weave in its entirety. And I feel like that would mean a greater breadth of knowledge to absorb. So it would take longer to use this, so these are definitely rarer. But they do have a little more power over spells themselves, which is cool. Maybe these have to be blessed by Mistra in order to manipulate the spells that are known. I don't know. Let's see into the features themselves. Arcanist Wizard, the Arcane Savant of less gold and hours spent to add a spell to your spellbook, which is pretty nice. Any wizard spell, which is cool. Mystic Artistry is a neat neat feature where you gain expertise in Arcana, and then you can replace a modifier for whatever you use as cast a spell or something is targeting you. You replace your attack roll or your saving throw modifier and your AC with your arcane modifier, Arcana modifier. So here, if it's like you got a +3 in intelligence, then you have a +7 because you have expertise, and then +8 would be a 15 AC for this, which is cool, and it's equal to your proficiency bonus. So here it would be 2 up to 6, then up to 5 plus 12 is +17. So that's incredibly powerful at higher levels. But I think it's nice with that. Arcane Mimicry, I like the idea of you seeing a spell being cast. You're like, oh, that looks cool. I'm gonna memorize it real quick and then see if I can use it later, which is cool. shows that you can like see like a dragon casting a spell, or a hag, or another super powerful spellcaster, and then you memorize it, and then you can use it on someone else or on that person if you wanted to. That's really cool. Whispers of the Weave is nice, giving you a little more, 2 more spells of any class. So meaning you could do bard spells or cleric spells. Cleric spells would be really nice because they have healing spells. Maybe warlock if you wanted to do like the Eldritch Blast or something like that, which is cool. And then finally Archmage, which is your tweaking your magic and your spells a little bit, amplifying them. You have different benefits, and they cost different things. You can amplify a spell 3 times per long rest. You can apply different benefits of the same spell, but each benefit expends the use of the feature. So you have 3 uses, and you can use them all at once, or 2, or 1, however many. You add your proficiency bonus to your concentration saving throw, and or first damage or healing roll is increased by your proficiency bonus, and or if it's forcing a saving throw, you impose disadvantage on the first roll for 1 target within range, and or creatures created by the spell gain temporary hit points equal to your proficiency bonus. So a lot of different stuff with the proficiency bonus or disadvantage, which is nice, especially with the concentration, the healing, and damaging. The temporary hit points, not as much, but that's still pretty nice. Let's see here. If there's anything that's overpowered or underpowered, I could see Mystic Artistry being overpowered at higher levels, but then again, everyone else is superpowered. Like having your AC be 8 plus like 17, so that'd be like a 25 AC for that spell, which is nice. But that's that. Arcane Mimicry, I think that's pretty good. I feel like this is pretty good. It is, of course, situational depending on the setting and how prevalent magic is. But I like the usability of this. How like different characters can use this in different ways to make it like unique still, which I really like. Anything else? Let's see here. Yeah, I would love to see this in play. Of course, with all of the ones I have. Of course, checking out my streams, continuing with Neverwinter and with the Star Wars, which is fun. Check out my YouTube video, my previous YouTube videos if you wanted to, or check out on Saturday my YouTube video for lore crafting around the Arcanist, Arcanology School. Because I feel like this would be rare, but it would still be pretty cool, pretty powerful. What else? Next subclass I am doing, we are going into the Artificer. This should be a pretty fun one, because it's called the Ghost Hunter. And the image is very reminiscent of Ghostbusters. So that's pretty fun, and there's some quirks along with that. So that should be a fun subclass to talk about and lorecraft around. But after that, we're going into magic items, which that should be fun. They would probably be shorter, a little more punchy, but that's fine. Let's see here. What else? Anything else? I am continuing my writing. I haven't been posting it, but I should be. If you're curious about that, let me know. I am creating settings and interested in having people play in them, just see how they are. That's a different thing. As we go, I'll probably change my background and change different things to professionalize myself, which is gonna be good, which will be nice as well. And oh yeah, check out my bring the word out there of my sister's business idea for a D&D inspired bar, which should be a lot of fun if and when that happens. Anything else? I can't think of anything else at the moment. Yeah, this was really cool. I'm looking forward to lore crafting around it. And then check out my YouTube video next week. Previous episode, channel subscription. If you would like, comment, and subscribe, share if you want to. Do all the things that YouTube likes. And what else? I can't think of anything else at the moment, but I'm sure I will. But yeah, if you wanted to join my team, that'd be great too. Make this better stuff. Yeah, and I will see you guys in the next video. Yeah, of course, previous video, channel subscription. This is the end of the video, so I'll be doing that multiple times, probably. And I'll see you in the next video and in streams and all that fun stuff. I'll see you guys later. This idiot out.